Hey guys, today we're taking a look at 55% level 1 links LR Gohan and Piccolo exchange from the Namek Saga. This is actually my favorite version of Piccolo, so I'm pretty excited to use them. I just have a few gripes with how they designed this character, so we'll talk about what they do and then we'll jump into a stage here. Leader skill is Namek Saga or Bond of Master and Disciple, 4-key 150%. On 12-key super, the Wild Rush Blaster. So they're actually going to stack attack and defense and then do colossal damage. That is an infinite stack. It's going to be, I believe, 20% for both attack and defense. 18-key is the Full Power Masenko. Massive raise attack and defense for 1 turn. And then Mega Colossal, obviously a very good super attack effect there. 100% attack and defense for 1 turn is very strong. Passive is Deadly Showdown on Planet Namek. So they're going to get 200% attack and defense, and they're going to get an additional attack plus 150% when performing a super. 3-key and 30% damage reduction, and chance of performing a critical hit plus 30%, and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack for 3 turns from the character's entry turn. So it's kind of... I don't know. It's basically just like a pseudo intro animation, right? Is what that is. 30% crit and then chance of doing an additional. It's an additional that has a 50% chance of being a super. 3-key, reduced damage received by 30% and chance of performing a critical hit plus 30% as the first attacker in a turn. So again, sort of stacking up your stats in slot 1. So they want you to put this character in slot 1. We'll see. Okay, and then 3-key and reduces damage received by 20% and chance of performing a critical hit plus 20% when there is another Planet Namek Saga or Namekians category ally attacking in the same turn, and then recovers 20% HP at the end of the turn. So, yeah, that's like the one area where I'm not really a huge fan of how they designed this character. Planet Namek Saga or Namekians. Namekians is not a really super powerful category right now. And obviously the same can be said about Planet Namek Saga. We're really waiting for the EZAs for Namek Goku and Full Power Frieza to help the Namek Saga out a lot. But, you know, you look at like all the damage reduction and crit that they're getting, they could be good. And the fact that they're also getting stacks from their super attack effects could be pretty interesting. And of course they have an exchange. So Gohan is going to exchange with Piccolo. So this is when HP is 70% or below starting from turn 4 or just turn 6. This could also be a pretty annoying and rough condition. You obviously just want to use this when you can, and I think it's going to be a lot tougher than it looks like. Like turn 6 is late into the fights at this point. Even like Goku and Frieza, which for some reason still is not out on global. Typically by turn 6, you're like sort of like getting towards like the last turn or 2 of the fight, so we'll see. Links, we have Saiyan Warrior Race, All in the Family, Gaze of Respect, Shocking Speed, Demonic Ways, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. And then here is probably the biggest issue that I have with them, and it is the fact that this is an exchange character, which means that all the categories are going to be the Gohan categories. Planet Namek Saga, Bond of Master and Disciple, Hybrid Saiyans, Dragon Ball Seekers, Goku's Family, Youth, Bond of Parent and Child, Earthbred Fighters, Rapid Growth, Saviors, Entrusted Will, and Connected Hope. So this character is not on Namekian, even though when we exchange into Piccolo, it's literally Piccolo. This Piccolo is not on Namekian. So that kind of removes Nail from the equation. This character, if you were able to run this character next to Nail, and have them both get like their full kits active next to it, like this would be a crazy strong rotation. This character plus Nail together. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, they treat exchange characters as only the first character to have, like, only the first character has categories instead of both. I think what they should do is for exchange characters, like this character should also have Piccolo categories, which would include Namekian obviously, but that's not how the game works for whatever reason. Alright, so once you exchange into Piccolo, he picks up the Hellzone Plunge Super. This is going to be the same exact super attack effect. It's going to be just stacking attack and defense, colossal damage. 18-key is Feel the Pain of the Namekians. This is also the same thing, massive raise attack and defense for 1 turn, and then Mega Colossal. So in terms of super attack effects, the same exact effects there. All right, so now the passive becomes Piccolo late to the battle, which is pretty ironic considering he's probably going to be pretty late every time you want to exchange. 8 ki and 250% attack and defense. Then he gets an additional attack plus 150% performing a super. Reduced damage received by 50%. High chance of performing a critical hit. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super, which, knowing my luck, it's going to be like 90% of the time a normal attack. Then he's going to get an additional 4 ki and launches an additional super attack starting from the turn in which the character receives an attack. So you just put him in slot 1, turn 1, and you get that immediately. Then when HP is 70% or more at the start of turn, plus an additional damage reduction of 20% and super class allies defense plus 70%. That is really powerful. So he's a 70% defensive support for super class, and he's up to 70% damage reduction. That's really strong. When HP is 70% or less at the start of turn, he is going to guaranteed dodge for 1 turn. And then from the next turn, he's going to have a 50% chance to dodge. And then at the end of the turn, he's going to be recovering 25% health. So what links change here? We have Saiyan Warrior Race and All in the Family become Brainiacs and Namekians. So we're going to use him on Beast Gohan's team, and I really think the only character that's going to work exceptionally well with this Gohan and Piccolo right now is going to be Orange Piccolo. So we're going to have them be a rotation. Unfortunately, they're both tech, which is a little annoying, but it is what it is. And we'll go into the Blue Gogeta Supreme Magnificent Battle stage just because it is a bit longer. So we can potentially get, the full exchange and stuff like that in here. So we'll jump in with this, and hopefully we're able to see some good stuff from Gohan and Piccolo here. All right, so we're going to jump in here. I got them on the first rotation, so we're going to get them right away. No intro animation for them, even though they kind of have an intro buff. They just didn't give them an intro animation for some reason. So, yeah, let's just get past this. Orange Piccolo's in slot 7, which is fine. We'll leave Beast in slot 1. That's not a big deal. Gohan and Piccolo in slot 2 is fine. They're not going to have their full damage reduction. They'll have 50% in slot 2. And then we have the 50% chance to get the additional super, which would be an extra stack. So let's just do this. The reason why I'm not putting them in slot 1 is just because this enemy seals. So if they decide to super right away, which they didn't, so we could have gotten away with it. But if we had decided to put Gohan and Piccolo in slot 1 and the enemy super right away, we would have missed out on supering. So I just didn't want to risk that. I want to see how many times we can get stacks with them throughout this fight here. All right, Beast getting some attacks in. Beast actually does he does get the unit super when ran next to this character, which is pretty good. All right, so go on 6.4. This is 12 ki super. I did this on purpose just to get the stack. And then the 50% chance is a super. Okay, we got it. Nice. So there's 2 stacks right away. Fortunately, we cannot get a third just because it's 55%. All right, no super at all. Interesting. Don't think Vegeta's going to kill. Yeah, okay, that's good. I guess the one thing is Gohan and Piccolo are not going to get support from the Gammas, right? They're not Superhero, they're not Defender of Justice, and they're not Joint Forces. So they're not going to get support from the Gammas, but I think the Gammas should still be fine here. We'll do this. Doesn't really matter what we do here. 5 rainbows? The hell? Okay. Alright, Beast will get his hit in here. Alright, so now we're going to get Orange Piccolo set up next to Gohan and Piccolo. I'm going to put Orange Piccolo in slot 1 just to get him built up as much as we can. The only problem, I guess, with doing this is we actually can't avoid the 18 ki super with Gohan and Piccolo. Remember, Piccolo gives 2 ki, Orange Piccolo gives 2 ki when he gets hit. I mean, sure, this is fine, because this will at least give us a chance to see the 18 ki super animation here. So they're up to 260. We have everything except for Gaze of Respect and Demonic Ways. Let's do this. Don't really need Piccolo to be getting tons of ki here. Doesn't really matter. We could do that. Sure, just get him maxed out. Doesn't matter. And then we can just hit this. Alright, let's see. Alright, so Piccolo is almost fully built up at this point. Remember, Gohan and Piccolo do not have their full damage reduction in slot 2, but they still have 50%. Okay, super attack is being right there is fine. Shouldn't do anything. Yeah. 12.3. Get this animation in here too. Yeah, these look good. I like these Gohan animations from him when he's fighting Frieza. We did get lucky. We got another stack in there. So on turn... Actually, we potentially could exchange next turn, but we'd have to take damage. We need to be under 70%. Alright, this is actually pretty good. Once again, we didn't kill. So now we can kill with this rotation. Do I want to leave Vegeta in slot 1? Yeah, why not? Why not? So that's 2 hits on Vegeta. Needs 3 more to get his revive up. I was kind of hoping maybe they would super... so that we could get under 70%, because remember, if we get under 70%, we could exchange early with Gohan and Piccolo. Also, if you exchange with Gohan and Piccolo under 70%, that same turn, Piccolo has a 100% dodge chance. So that could have been nice to see, but it's going to be pretty tough to do that, I think, with this team. Alright. I think here is where we will seize the opportunity to put them in slot 1. Only gonna have Fierce Battle here. Yeah, this is the main issue, I think, is just like getting this character next to Orange Piccolo, and then they only have Fierce Battle and Legendary Power. Like, they don't share any links. Like, they need a Namekian, and then the Namekian is giving them this. So, yeah. Alright, well... Remember, Gohan gets 3 ki in slot 1, so let's just do this to prioritize getting them to 12 ki stacks. Piccolo, it doesn't matter what you do. I want to make sure we get the indoors for the Gammas. Okay, no super right away. Remember, they have 80%... Oh, no, they don't, actually, because it's 3 turns. Yeah, that is another flaw with them, isn't it? That is another flaw with them. Another flaw. They only get their extra damage reduction and crit for 3 turns. So if you have them in turn 1, I'm actually kind of glad we got this in the video, because this is a massive flaw with them. If you get them in turn 1, you're not going to be able to exchange with them until turn 6. So this should be fine. He double super. There's no way there's no way this kills us, right? Okay, yeah. Oh, he still had his intro. They can only exchange on turn 4 if you have under 70% health. So if you can't exchange with them on turn, it would be turn 5, because that would be their third turn. You would have to wait till their 4th turn, and then by the time you get to their 4th turn, no, sorry, so this is their 3rd turn right now, because it's turn 5. Obviously, by that turn, you're not going to have the damage reduction and crit anymore. So if I were to put Gohan and Piccolo in slot 2, they would only have 20% damage reduction, which is really bad considering their defense is like terrible. Yeah, that is bad. This is like the exposed turn for them. So I think what we'd actually probably have to do, if I was being like super serious here, is I'd probably have to just float them off on turn 3. Okay. We'll just leave things like this, because Vegeta has his revive active. Don't need to put him in slot 1. Now let's make sure to kill here. And we will be able to exchange next turn, thank God. Definitely at this point, after like seeing how their abilities play out, definitely feel a little bit too restrictive and too situational for me so far, unfortunately. Even though I'm a gigantic Namek Piccolo fan, they don't feel like on the same level as like a character like this, who's an easy A from February of this year. All right, well, here we go. Let's go ahead and exchange finally. Okay, so there's kind of like two checks that happen with this character. The first check is to see if you're over 70%, and then the second check is to see if you're under 70%. If you're under 70%, Piccolo gets a 100% chance to dodge for the turn, and then for the remainder of the fight, he gets a 50% chance to dodge. If you're over 70%, Piccolo gets an additional 20% damage reduction and 70% defensive support for the superclass allies in rotation. So he's at 449 with 70% damage reduction. Should we just try in slot 1? Just put him in slot 1 and see how this goes. Even with 70% damage reduction, like that is very, very low defense. We could try this. Give him max key. Let's see how this goes. All right, so we got hit, so we're getting the additional guaranteed. Okay, he didn't super early. 15.7. So we're going to get a guaranteed super and a 70% chance to super after this. There's a 100% attack and defensive raise right there. Okay, I think this was the 70%, I think. And then I think the next one is guaranteed. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so there's no way Gogeta's damaging us now. Go ahead and super. Okay, we're not. Orange Piccolo would not die, right? No way. I refuse to believe Orange Piccolo would just get one shot here. He does lower attack. Okay, this Gogeta forgot how to super attack. We did get more, 2 more stacks in for Piccolo. Remember, Piccolo continues stacking even after he's transformed. Looks like we're also not going to finish this guy, which is nice. So I guess we kind of have to think about what we want to do on the next turn. And what I mean by that is, do we want to orange Piccolo or not? Probably not. Because that would defeat a lot of the purpose, right? If we wanted to win, we, of course... Oh, we actually... Oh, wait, hold on. He eats the super? Whoa. 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 What? Oh my god. All right, we are back. So unfortunately, Orange Piccolo, I think, has like 0 stacks. I think he still has his intro up, but he has literally 0 stacks of his passive up. So we're gonna go ahead and exchange once again with Gohan and Piccolo. They have 3 stacks total in this fight. All right, so we'll put them in slot 1 because that's what we're trying to test here. 400k about is what their defense is. Yeah, 70% damage reduction, but that is low. That is low. All right, let's hit this. Let's hit this. Let's see what you got, Piccolo. All right, so there is our additional super. Okay, I mean, let's see. It's a slot 70% damage reduction. It's gonna hurt. 400k. Okay, yeah, I mean, it still hurt, but it was a little less than I thought. All right, I think this is 70%. I'm not sure which comes first, the 70% of the guaranteed super. All right, cool. We got both. So 2 more stacks for Piccolo. Nice crits. Orange Piccolo, again, I think he still has his intro up, so he should be fine. He might take a little bit of damage the first, like, 2 hits, but I think we're fine. As long as he doesn't get supered. Oh, he doesn't have his intro. Oh, we're... Okay. Ah, this is so frustrating, man. You have to run this stupid... All right, I guess we can just resume from here. This is going to be the last run no matter what happens. I don't know. At least Orange Piccolo is fully built up. We have 0 stacks for Gohan and Piccolo. I feel like I got to put them in slot 1 here, right? I mean... They would have 80% damage reduction here. In the middle, they'd have 50% damage reduction. But their defense is just, like, non-existent. All right, let's just do this. I guess this is what we have to do. I don't know. Let's just get there. 18. We'll do this. And Gogeta. I guess we'll just grab this. I don't know. All right, 11. Let's see if we get their 50% chance. We do. If we get super right here, we're definitely taking nothing. Okay, no super. Orange Piccolo still has his intro up, plus he's fully built up, so he would also take nothing. Okay. So we're going to be heading into Super Saiyan Gogeta with this rotation. We're going to be able to transform, or I guess exchange Gohan and Piccolo. Do I just want to put them in slot 1 again? I think I have to, right? Because I wouldn't be able to put Orange Piccolo in slot 1 without his intro up. And this is Orange Piccolo's final term with his intro up. All right, let's take care of this guy. And then I guess we'll just see what happens. The moment of truth. I don't think the Gammas have built up at all. I don't even think they can stand by yet. One of the reasons why this is just so annoying is because we just clear every phase in one turn. We can't like do anything. Like, we can't like set up or anything. Okay. Yeah, oh my god, that's 299 is the defense. That's with no stacks. I mean, shocking speed's gonna give a little bit, but wait, what? Oh, because level 1, yeah. I don't think we would die to a super with 70% damage reduction, but it would do like it would be close. It'd be like 650, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think we just need dupes on this character. I think we just need dupes on this unit. Dupes and skill orbs and link levels is what we need here. All right. No. I guess we'll see what happens. On super. Oh, God. Okay, 650, 700, something like that. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, that's a little less than I thought. 14.5. The rest of this rotation should be fine. All right, we finally get some stacks in here. Nice. Piccolo's supering first, so he's not going to take damage from him. I mean, would a super kill him? He had like 1.2 million defense or something like that. Okay, he's definitely fine now, yeah. Okay, so we're actually going to make it to the last phase. Finally, man. This has been a nightmare to record. Oh my god. Why did they do Namek Piccolo like this, man? Like my favorite version of Piccolo. I don't know why they did this. Gammas are gonna be fine. No double super, okay. Let's just make sure we kill. We can just grab same type. It doesn't matter because we already have full health. Whatever. Alright, Vegeta will take out Super Saiyan Gogeta. And then we get to move on to the last phase. Alright, let's see. Now, I could use Orange Piccolo. Or we could not use Orange Piccolo. Those are the two options. So we got... Beast Gohan has... Yeah, no Namekians and Brainiacs. So this is what we're doing. So I guess, yeah, it's just do we want to use Orange Piccolo or not? If we use Orange Piccolo, we will win, but it kind of defeats the purpose of the showcase. So I'm just going to leave him in slot 1, and I think we're just going to see what happens. We'll just let it. We'll let things play out as they are. So what do I think's going to happen? If Gogeta supers in slot 1, which unfortunately he's not supering like in the second slot. I actually would have liked to have seen how much damage this Piccolo would have taken in that second slot, but if Gogeta supers right away, which there's a pretty high chance I think he does, I think we die. This Piccolo's not living. How much would we take? 900k or something like that? 800k? It could be close, but I think we die. I think we die. I think. Let's go. Okay, well, we're going to find out very fast. Remember, he seals, too. So even if we live, we're sealed. Oh, no, we did live, but then the normal killed us. Okay. Yeah, I think we are going to call it there. Just a sad designed character. It's just there's no other way for me to explain this other than this is just a sad character. He clearly can do stuff, I think, and I think he's going to look a lot better in the Rainbow Max Link Showcase. It's going to be very, very effective to put more defense on this character in the form of skill orbs, more additional to get some more stacks in. I just really am not a fan of how many gaps there are in the design of this character. The categories where he's not on Namekians, he needs to have a Namekian or a Namek Saga category character on the rotation. He's got to be under 70% to be able to exchange earlier. Like, the link's drastically changing, so you have to, sort of finagle the rotations to get things exactly how you want. Like, it's just there's too many flaws here in design to where I feel comfortable calling him like one of the top units, and it's just sad because this is the first premium Namek Piccolo we have, and he's my favorite version of Piccolo, and he's just badly designed. It's bottom line. So let me know what you think. I hope you guys enjoyed anyway, and I'll see you in the next one.